All right, so we've got some soil and we've got some grass. So let's look around. All right, so this window well is showing up. Okay, it's above the ground surface, but yes, it's full of ground. So let's check the back side of our house. All of those are above ground. Okay, and that one's above ground. If we had a circumstance where the window well was not above ground, then what we do is we go back and we add a survey point in the vicinity of that window well to push the topo surface down right in that area. Okay, and then that would get it fixed up. All right, now then, take a look at your section view, and you will see that we have a basement full of dirt. Okay, um, and we deal with that with what's known as a building pad. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you we've got an issue right here with our footing and our slab because we're supposed to have 4 inches of gravel under the slab. And we really can't. We could put in 2 inches and then 2 inches. It'd be kind of weird. And really, in the construction, they're going to do a full 4 inches across there. They're not going to do it 2 inches below the footing and 2 inches above. They're going to go full 4 inches. The easiest way to fix this is we lower our footing by 2 inches, and we have to increase the height of our wall by 2 inches. So I'm going to go to this one, top of footing. I'm going to add 2 inches to that. It pulled everything down 2 inches. Okay. Um, Bottom of footing kind of changed. Okay, just to get that back in the right place. Now let's go to our 3D view because you can see when we pull that down, it dropped the top of our wall down from our house. But we could pick that, but I want to pick it in my 3D view so I can see what's going on. If you come in here and you look at it, then you see we got a gap there. So let's select one of the walls and right click and go select all instances in entire project. And our top constraint, let's add 2 inches to the top of that and make it 8'8". Okay, so that close that up. Let's go back to our section view. All right, so that got that pulled back up to our top of foundation wall level. Or if when you created the walls, if we'd have tagged them to top of foundation level, then it would have been an automatic fix. Okay. All right. Now there's two different ways to deal with gravel underneath here. One, we can edit the floor to add, excuse me, to add gravel under it, or we can do a building pad that has the gravel. I'm going to show you how to do a building pad anyway. So let's go in here. Let's just edit our floor. I think we can do that because there's nothing penetrating our floor. So let's edit. Let's duplicate it. And we'll edit our structure here, insert a level. And I want gravel. So you do a search for gravel. If it doesn't show up here, it'll be down here in your one of your materials. So you add it up. And we'll go okay. And we want it to be 4 inches thick also. All right, and so that got our 4-inch concrete slab and our 4-inch gravel, and the top of slab level didn't change. Okay, we just pulled our footing down, and so the slab stayed at the same place. Okay, so now we got to get rid of all this dirt inside the basement, and we do that with a building pad. And to do that, we're going to, excuse me, because you can see the wall actually cuts out of the dirt. Okay, and so we'll go back to our site plan. And you remember these lines that we drew in here on our exterior walls? Those are fixing to come into play with us, or really probably should hide our roof also. Okay, so here on our massing and site, let's go building pad, and we need an we need an elevation. Let's see, it could be top of footing. Height offset, we'll go 0. Now let's edit our type and edit our structure. It is an earth, and we want to make it like really, really thin so that it's just a line. I put in 0.1 of an inch, and that come out to 13/122. So you just type in 0.1 inch, okay? And that's okay. It may be pad 1, maybe pad 2. Depends on how many of them you're doing, okay? And so let's go pick walls. And let's pick the exterior walls of the building. Okay, let's go back to our section view to check it out. All right, and see it took all the dirt out of the inside of our building. Okay, but in our section view, it has a line that comes right across here. And if in our, let's say, I think it's typical wall sections where it was showing up earlier, if you can see that heavy line right across there. Now you zoom in, you can see it, it's kind of doubled, okay? So there I can select it. And I can hide that in my my section view here when I get ready to go to print for my drawings. I can hide that so that I just get my regular line. Okay, so that's just one thing there. Now then, and you can see when I did that, I wasn't selecting against the I was selecting outside the wall. I should have been selecting against the concrete. That's why I wanted the concrete wall showing up, not my frame walls. I don't know why my underlay did not work. Anywho, okay. We have an issue here with dirt being, it's not showing here in the section, but in our 3D model, it's got dirt showing up inside of that, okay, inside of our window well, okay? And so let's, oh, I turned off my, I need a distance from first floor down. And it's like, what, 6'11" and something. Okay, so we'll look at that. Back in our site plan, we'll have to do another pad based on one of these. And I'm just going to do this one here to show you how it's done. And I want you to do at least one of them. Okay. Well, that thing is not. It's not centered on the. Oh, I had to move it because of the door. That's why. Um, do at least one of these wells so that you get a feel for it. And so let's do another building pad here. Um, I don't think I need to change anything here. I think we can leave it at that. But let's go level 1, height offset of, what did I say? 6'10". Okay, and we can do pick lines. I thought, oh, it's pick walls, pick lines. And then we'll have to do some trim. Okay, section view looks good. Let's go back to our 3D view. And that was this one right here. So you can see how that should have gone a little bit deeper, I think. 6'10" didn't quite get it. So let's go back and look at this section. Yeah, okay. Uh, just a little bit more. That's really close. So I just want to make sure it got all the dirt out of the bottom of the window well, and the floor drain is showing. Well, the floor drain's full of dirt. Okay, so that's how you would do that. And so you'd want to do that on all of your window wells across there. And let's see, building pad gravel. I'm checking my notes here. Did that, got window wells. All right, so let's take a look at a building elevation. All right, so now here's one of the things with Revit is that, excuse me, it doesn't show the hidden lines underneath, behind the soil of the elevation. Um, one of the things, let's go back to our level 1 floor plan. Let's see, let's turn off our crop. And if you click on your elevation marker, the point of it, it highlights the cutting plane for that elevation. And so we can drag it in closer to the building, but not so close that it's cutting through the roof, okay? And these, we may have to edit these a little bit after we get a little bit of work done when we add our stairs. Oh, that was way out there. Okay. All right. And so now let's go back to an elevation. You can see it changed based on where we put the cutting plane, based on the topography. Okay. So I don't know how to deal with showing the extents of the footings and things. So we're going to let it ride like that for right now. And just see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video and then start again.